Welcome to Wednesday, hump days here. Our April ISO challenge is 100 reps on Wednesday. Now this is off pistols or one-legged squats. So if you've got a one-legged squat, give it a go, see how long it takes you to get 100 out. If you don't have pistols or one-legged squats at the moment, we're going to do it to a bench or a target where you can comfortably have one leg up in the air, supporting yourself on one leg, sit back down to the target and come up to full extension on a one leg only. Yeah, so one leg out and down to that target, nice and controlled, and driving up on one leg only. Now this is much easier if you alternate legs. Yeah, so we want to try and get those alternate legs and make sure you've got your weaker side, you can still manage it. Make it moderately difficult, you can go lower. We want to see you work hard but work in control. Time lapse those videos or shoot me a question if you do have any. Now for the workout today, we're looking at a gasser. So it's going to be a 14-minute AMRAP. This should be with weights and scaling heights that you can move fast and unbroken with. Yeah, it should not be too heavy where we're having to stare at that bar, particularly with the descending rep scheme. As we fatigue, we'll be able to transition through those reps quicker and avoid having to put that bar down. So we really want to go unbroken on whatever movement you have and have quick transitions with your rest time in between movements, rather than breaking up the movements. This should get your heart rate up a lot. You should be really busting at the end to get this done. So we're going to go from 14 reps all the way to 2 reps. That is 1 round. Once you've done your 2 reps, start back again at your 14. That's going to be the kicker there of how quickly you can push through that second round. Okay, for the warm-up today, we're getting into 3 rounds. We're going to do 10-a-side clamshells. So if we're lying on the ground, feet together, and we're going to do 10 out this way, and then you can roll over and 10 the other way. So what we want to get there is our glutes warmed up. So you should feel that in that area there. A bigger range is not a better range. Yep. Then we're getting into our clean and press. So 5-a-side with a kettlebell, dumbbell. You're going to do 5 on one side and then transition to 5 on the other. Next up is 10 alternating Cossack squats. So a reasonably wide stance. It doesn't have to be your max split stance. Trying to keep your chest forward, down to one side and then up over to the other side. As deep as you can. You will find over those 3 rounds that you do get deeper in those Cossack squats. If you don't have anything to do with a kettlebell, dumbbell, any weight like that, instead of the clean and press, we can get into a T push-up. Yeah. So you're going to alternate 10 reps, which will be 5-a-side. So once we've got into that, we're going to be pretty well prepped for our 14-minute AMRAP. We've got box jump overs on this one. If you have the space in the box, great. You're going to actually jump all the way over. There's no burpee or anything in this. We just need to get both feet from one side to the other side. And if you're like me and not doing a lot of jumping at the moment, you can obviously step over side to side. If you've got a chair, that's fine. You can either jump up or step up, or your garden bed, you can, retaining wall, whatever, you can step up to that as well. Safety is always first there. So we've got 14 there, and then we've got our ground to overheads. So if you've got a barbell, you certainly know how to do that. Driving up here, straight into the overhead. If you don't have a barbell, you could use dumbbells for that. Driving up overhead, and you could also do your kettlebell. Yeah, so you could do a clean and overhead and you'd be looking at, say, splitting those reps, 7 one side, 7 the other, 6, 6, and so on as you go down the rep scheme. Then it's calories on the row. You could also do calories on the bike. You could maybe do a 50 to 100 metre run, or you could do a dumbbell swing or a kettlebell swing. I know we're doing a lot of burpees this week. The up downs would also be a good gauge on that as well, because you'll get through those fairly quickly. But what we're looking at is something simple, something cardio based. Yep. So that's our quick workout. The home version has a few different options. If you don't have anything to step on, you're just going to do a tuck jump. What we want to see is those knees come up as high as you can, and then back down. Yep. So ground to overhead is there. Any object you have, the trusty backpack's coming out again. I'm going to take that from the ground and drive up all the way overhead. Yeah, you can load that up with water bottles, cans, anything like that. Obviously just make sure these zips are closed. And then we're getting into a swing. So you can, again, get that backpack and swing through like so, or you could get your kettlebell and swing all the way overhead. You could also do a dumbbell swing. The main thing is we don't want to go too heavy. We want to be able to keep moving through, go straight to that next movement, pick it up and go through unbroken. It's going to be a fun one, it's going to burn a lot. We're going to keep moving. Jump online to our 1 p.m. and 6:30 coach sessions. But if you do have any questions on scaling, shoot me an email. Let's get after it, crew.